Welcome to the Immaterial Gamers podcast.
I'm glad I didn't have my camera on because my mount already fell over.
Well, that's a Terry count on one, even though it's not here. This is the Immaterial Gamers podcast, take number 2 of episode 101. The first take has already gone down the elevator that we made a joke of.
Yeah, that's a joke that people understand since,
British comedy series, Room 101. Comedians would speak to another comedian as a host, bringing in their pet hates, and they discuss why it was in a hilarious fashion and decide whether it would go into Room 101, which was either some vault or a safe or a slowly lowering dumbwaiter or just a trapdoor.
I like trapdoors.
Trapdoor was the best one, to be honest. But yeah, my name's Ryan. I'm one of the hosts. And we've got the other hosts here. We also have a counter that we would have started at 0, but take 1. We already had it twice. So,
no, I've reset it to 0.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But
we're going to be fair. It's going to start at 0.
Okay.
Yeah. Starting from...
The counter is, how many times will my phone fall over soon?
Correct.
Oh, and let's all do a quick bet on it. Over or unders? I say
Over
7.
unders. 5.
That depends. Are you going to be holding the camera the entire time?
It's on my desk. It's balanced on my desk.
No,
Okay,
I
so
just want
you don't
over
have a hand on
unders.
it
I
right
want to
now?
see who wins. So I say 7. Does anybody say
Alright.
over or
5.
under?
Oh, under.
Okay, so Chiz is under.
I'll go under.
Under. What about you, Stefan?
Under.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm going
And
over
D-
because D can't because he could technically manipulate it.
Yeah, that is fair. So, yeah, who are these other faces and voices that you're seeing and hearing? Well, above, it's Duncan,
Lies.
From your point of view.
based off my point of view.
Which is the recorded one. So that's the important one.
Yeah.
Recording prime.
Indeed. Then over in the corner is D.
Hi.
And then to the right.
With Panda.
Nip.
I always forget that I can
This
move
way.
my pop-up preview to
It's
my
Stefan.
main monitor. Make it look slightly more human.
Steph is doing the Numa guy. Now, can he do it for the entire podcast? No, he doesn't want to. We're recording this late on a...
That's it. You're like, can you do it for the rest of the podcast? It's like, I've already stopped.
Before he's even finished describing, didn't even make it to the first bar.
There was also a surprise guest in the background of Duncan's.
Yeah.
There was a surprise guest of Amber in the back of Duncan's at one point.
Oh, she was there.
Amber.
she realised that the camera was on and went, nope.
There's
she's
Amber.
Hold on. Get on the bed. On the thing.
Wait, I figured out something, by the way.
There we go.
How to make a person leave Duncan's room. Or animal.
Yeah, go to talk about it.
Amber, can you edit some stuff for Immaterial Gamers, please?
It's like,
She'll
I don't know,
She
can you
looks
pet,
away.
hey,
She
can you
looks
pet my
away.
face?
I'll do it for pets. That's what she says.
Oh, 1.
We're at 1, boys.
All right, we are at 1. I've counted it.
Perfect. And with the count at 1, I guess from there we can talk about
Stuff.
some games that
Why
we may
not,
have played.
man?
I'd like to talk to you about your Lord and Savior Jesus.
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 Yes, Jesus.
Jesus
Jesus?
Grudge.
He's like the
Jesus
medieval
Christ.
fantasy version.
What
He's like
about
the
Jesus
medieval
Crunch?
fantasy version of
I like Jesus,
Jesus.
Crunch.
You know.
Anybody
What
else
is
know about Jesus Crunch?
No.
No. He's part cheese.
I've heard
Yeah.
it's so crunchy that it would
His-
make
His
your
brother
mouth
is
into mouth
captain.
meat.
Captain Crunch?
Jesus Crunch is related to Captain Crunch.
Speaking of that, very, very, very small news because it's not going to be the thing that we're talking about. You know that General Mills are going to be making Creeper Crunch.
Really?
Reaper Crunch.
Yeah.
Did
so
did they hiss?
it's a cereal with luminous green marshmallow creepers.
Should they be feeding kids luminous foods?
Of course not, but it's fucking America, so
Well,
you know.
it'll come out
Can
like
you-
Sunny D, won't they? Won't they just come out luminous? Does anyone
I would-
remember that? Sunny
Wait,
D.
thing.
I'll be honest, dude. I'm so tired and loopy right now. When you were talking about Sunny D, for some reason, I tried to think of like what the slogan was, and I almost said "Taste the rainbow."
Skittles.
Sunny D, taste the rainbow. Can you
Perfect.
imagine rainbow flavored Sunny D? What would that even look like?
Oh no.
It was like that very interesting
There'd be,
cocktail
there'd
I've seen.
be orange, and yellow.
It's like when you let it sit in the fridge for a long time. There's like a little bit at the bottom that's separated.
Oh,
That's the rainbow.
Oh, the Sunny D
What
rainbow.
you don't know is you'd probably say that and then pull up a bag of colourless Skittles.
Oh god.
Pride Skittles.
Yeah. Taste the rainbow, shit, the colourless.
They all taste the same.
It's not good.
It tastes like white. It tastes like white.
It's like I didn't even know what white tastes like, but it tastes like white. I know now.
I now
Oh,
know
dear.
what white tasted like, and I regret ever finding out.
Isn't it?
Oh yeah, that other tiny bit of news as well, that apparently the makers of HBO's Westworld are making a TV series with Amazon Prime based on Fallout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fallout.
I mean, we've already done, like, you know, an episode of What If Bethesda created the Matrix, but Bethesda do have a hand on this Fallout TV series as well, so expect lots of bugs and a patch fix to the series 6 months down the line.
It's gonna be fucking. There's just gonna be characters like clipping through walls and shit.
Yeah.
All throughout the first season.
What you don't know, and Duncan will be the first one to notice it and kick off all the way through it, is the birds are going through buildings.
No, that's the Division series.
Yep, that was the vision.
Oh god, yeah, the birds are gonna start flying through buildings and shit. Yeah.
That's what you pulled out on the tutorial.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
I
well,
just I
You
can't let
you
that
played
shit
the
go, man.
tutorial, and I said, okay, I can fast travel back to that part of the island. Went back then, all I heard off him was, this is fucking shit, the birds are going through the building.
I'm out.
It was, man. It breaks your immersion. This is like
No,
the
why
shit-
were you
it's like-
sat
it's
there
like this shit-
staring at birds? That was the thing
This
I
shit
had an
ain't
issue with,
Assassin's
man.
Creed, okay? We're not in the fucking anima where like the computer program can like break down and be weird. It's just like this is
Wait,
supposed to
desync.
be the world, you know?
Wait,
It's
I
like
have
in
a
the real
question.
world, birds don't just phase through buildings.
In that, I forgot what it's called now. Assassin's Creed. What's the machine you go in again, Dunk?
Um, the okay, this is like those Rooster Teeth interviews that they did, right? Where you ask somebody questions about a thing they don't know anything about, and they just try to answer. It's called the Animus.
There we go. This is the first time
What
you
did I
said it. You didn't
say?
actually say animus.
I think
Did
it
I?
was closer to saying enema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anima.
I was like,
go
does he
inside
know
the
what the
anima.
machine actually is?
Oh dear me.
Good
Okay.
old double ass Creed.
Yeah. Okay, so that, I guess, is the that's the warm up
So I
then.
think it's been about 7 minutes since Ryan said we were going to talk about games now.
Yeah, pretty much. Right.
said
So
what? About games? We are.
Yeah.
We're talking about Assassin's Creed.
well,
Right, this
yeah,
is like a video game
Tom Clancy?
podcast or something, right?
I believe it is.
No.
So
No,
yeah.
this
Oh,
is-
yeah.
this
Before
is
we
the
do
day in
go,
the
right.
life
So
of an enemy gamer, innit?
So we will go to what's been played, but I'm going to do this in the form of a Bethesda NPC. So that's rigidly stare at the camera, don't blink, and we will say we will now go to what's been played. So Duncan, if you could start first, please. What have you played?
Arrow in the knee. What? So the only game I've played this entire week, like literally the only video game that I've played other than League of Legends this week was Magic the Gathering Arena.
Arena.
Ah,
I
cool.
guess we can
Stefan
announce
Melting.
what we're doing at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, Super
we
Secret
may as
Project can
well.
change now. Yeah.
So I don't know. You want to wait till it's Terry's turn or
No,
or
you
what?
guys can announce what you guys know so far.
So basically, what we're planning on doing is now that we know that you can actually play with Magic the Gathering Arena with people from outside the country through direct challenges, which is amazing. It's like the first online video game to be released in the last decade that allows that feature. I don't know why. We are going to be hosting a Magic the Gathering tournament amongst Immaterial Gamers folks.
Yeah.
And we are going to, at the very least, we're not really sure how the exact structure is going to work out. But
I
the
do have
plan
a
is that
layout.
we're going to. Okay, yeah, well, let's hear. Can explain that more. But I know that the plan is that we're going to start by playing in MTG Arena, because it just offers a really nice UI, and it's just a nice, and you get the starter decks and stuff. It sort of gets people in who haven't played in a while or who are new to the game sort of into the mindset, and it's just a nice clean way of getting people introduced to it.
Yeah.
And if that goes well, later on we may switch into Tabletop Simulator, where we can then
Make
give
our own
ourselves the
decks.
freedom to build our own decks without having to grind and build them in MTG Arena ourselves. Like once we know what kind of decks we want to play and we know the cards better, we can just build a deck for free and not have to fucking buy one. And then so it'll be less clean and won't look as pretty, but it'll be a little bit more hopefully in depth and more what's the word? Competitive.
Nuanced. Oh yeah, competitive. Yeah.
So yeah, that's our current plan. I don't... and in preparation for that, I have been playing a decent amount of MTG Arena. I've been playing quite a bit of just unranked
Thanks, Stefan.
games, mostly in the online mode. But mainly running a green deck, a red green deck. That's my brain's dumb. So red green is the my color of
Gruel.
choice. Yeah, the Gruul archetype. I think red green was actually the deck that I played, or that with color combination that I played when I actually very briefly played the game in real life.
Mm.
So it's just kind of a familiar territory for me. It's just kind of like
I was red blue.
mid-range, like chunky minions, powerful instance. Just looking to get like a lot of efficiency out of your minions. Not a lot of direct damage. Just trying to beat the opponent down without losing your momentum.
Yeah.
No real major trickery. Just cost efficiency and tempo is what it's all about.
Aye.
And I've been having lots of fun with that. I also recently started a draft, a 5,000 gold draft, basic draft in the arena, the namesake of the game, the arena mode.
Yep. The arena.
And you
Yeah,
haven't you got past the stage 6, so you're getting 6,000 bucks? So you
I'm doing really well. Yeah, I'm at 5 wins so far. If I get
Sweet.
to 6, I get my money back. At first, I kind of forgot how Magic drafting worked at first. I was kind of wondering why it was so expensive to play the arena, because like the arena / draft mode of these online collectible card games is a pretty common feature,
Mm.
and they usually have a fairly consistent price point relative to how much a pack costs. And so I was wondering in my head, like, why is it so much more expensive in this version? And I forgot because in Magic, when you draft a deck, you keep the deck whether you win
Yeah.
or lose.
Yeah.
So whatever you get out of your draft, you own that plus whatever rewards you earn.
Mm.
So it's like major value. Like even if I just sucked ass and went 0 for 3, I would still gotten 6 packs worth of stuff for 5k gold, which is pretty good deal.
The
Yeah.
price of 5 packs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So,
you get some games and that for that price. It's a no-brainer at that point.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
a chance of
I'm 5 for 1
earning
now,
money
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I get one more game, I get my money back plus all my packs plus an additional pack.
And there you go. At that point, I mean, especially with
Yeah.
Arena, you've already got quite a few of the cards at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I will just add to the structure of the tournament before we get too far off track.
Sure, man. Go ahead
It is going to be a round robin. I'm using an online generator to make a proper tournament so that it is fair and non-biased. Right now I have 7 people in it, so each week one person's going to be sitting out. There'll be a score structure where when you win, you get 2 points. If you lose, you get 0. If you draw, you get 1, which is pretty rare in Magic to draw, but it's possible.
It's doable.
And if you sit out, you get 1 point. So the person who sits out doesn't necessarily lose their, like,
too much standing.
They don't fall. But everybody sits out once, the way it works anyways. Because it's round robin, everybody has to face everybody at 1 point. It's only 1 fight each. You're not in 3 matches or anything like that. It's just you go up against the person once per week or once per tournament. And at the end, tally up all the points. Whoever has the most points leads the tournament. There is one twist that I'm adding, and I'm calling it mentor mode. For the first week, there's no mentors. Whoever wins their fight in the first week is considered the mentor of the person they beat. If the person that they beat in their second week wins their round, they get a spare point. So to put it into a little bit easier terms, say Ryan and Danny go at it 1 week. Ryan beats Danny. Week 2, Danny goes up against Duncan and beats Duncan. Ryan on week 2 gets 1 bonus point because Danny was the loser of Ryan's game, but the winner of Duncan's game.
So would you say that, with the mentor system in place, that it is perhaps encouraged that people who defeat people in a previous week are encouraged to give advice
Give
and feedback
ideas.
on their deck building?
That is exactly what I'm trying to do, is to try to get some of the more experienced players, or even if you're not more experienced, you just happen to notice that that deck probably could have won against you, or you've seen ways that it could have been played against you better. And it's encouraging to get that noted, basically.
So that is basically recreates the LGS stuff, especially when sort of a lot of us went and played Paper Magic, went to Friday Night Magic. Yeah, every opponent who beat us gave pointers.
Yeah.
It's sort of the idea is to try and just spur on more competitive play. I say almost everyone. There's the fringe case of someone who would sort of win and then just go, right, cool, see you.
All right.
Yeah, there's always some.
That would be me.
It would be you.
Win or lose, it'll be okay. I'm done now, man.
Hey guys,
just to go on
really
there,
for some reason.
Jesus, don't do that. But yeah, Martin said it was more of a case of like the odd one would just go, was there ever any doubt later? And that I mean, personally, hot take, I don't consider them welcome to a community game like Magic.
No.
But that's just me. I can understand you wanting to to go for a win and to be sort of passionate in finger quotes about your game, but don't be a dick.
Yeah, no, the game's about having fun.
Yeah, and especially Friday Night Magic. That's the whole fucking point of it.
I mean, it's called Friday Night Magic, for fuck's sake. You're here for a good time. You're not here to, be like, ooh, I'm a fucking badass.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, that's the Grand Prix, the Pro Tours, Magic Fests, as they're calling them now.
They're allowed to be. You're allowed to be a prick during the Grand Prix because it's the Grand Prix.
I say that, but some of the. I say that even for like watching Pro Tours and stuff like that, a lot of the players on that are not dicks either, and generally those who are dicks get weeded out in the early rounds anyway. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this tournament. Trying to say it and spoilers, trying to get a doggo deck going before it happens.
Doggo deck.
Doggo deck. God. Yeah, since they've rebranded all hounds into dogs. And some of the art on the dog cards, it looks like basically, it looks like Homeward Bound in the Magic universe. It's just like, oh, look at them just plodding along the streets, and then no, they've got teeth. Ah!
Is one of them Swy?
No.
That's why.
God, man.
It could just be the color combination of playing. I feel like the cats are better. Cat cards, I find, are showing up a lot more in
Vampire.
the competitive plays. Because
Vampire
I
cat.
don't see the dogs showing up very much.
The
The
better thing
occasional
is-
super aggro deck and red decks sometimes.
But no, what was it, Dunk?
The
Oh,
vampire cat, that is something that I went against to just before this, and there was no way I was winning it.
What was it?
They're
You know, like side. What? I know it's like a side thingy, but tap. I think it's going to be tap 2, red banner to use his Swy's ultimate.
And the room went quiet.
Not quite sure what he means for that.
You sort of kind of need to. Not everyone's
Oh,
watched
yeah.
Ruby.
and what
Yeah.
he tackles the bad guys.
It just bounces off the
what you
wall.
Well, I
don't
mean,
know-
the
Well, what you
mechanic.
don't
There's a
know
mechanic that's
is-
already popular, and there was just like pay X mana to make a minion attack another minion.
What you don't know is Ryan's best dog card is Jake, the dog.
Oh,
Jake
jeez.
the dog and Jake the dog.
Jake with the keyword
Alone in the
mutate.
world is a little Jake dog.
Yeah.
Jake dog. Jake dog.
And
Really
his
good
abilities
references.
mutate, and if he's played with Finn, the human, he gains a +1/+1.
Oh God! Right. So hold on. So we got mutate. So he has to do that with non-human creatures. But Finn, he has partner.
Yeah.
And would sort of like.
What if Jake's ability was that he could mutate, but like you don't have to play another card on top of him. You can just pay mana to mutate him and get whatever mutate buffs
I guess that would be. I guess that would be morph though, wouldn't
What you also
Mm.
don't know is there's also another card where it says if you sacrifice Jake and Finn, you get Armored Finn, which is just Finn in Jake's suit.
it? +1/+1.
Ugh.
Oh, no, that'd be weird.
Imagine being in a suit made of your dog.
Have you ever
It's
seen
so
Adventure
weird.
Time? That is Adventure Time.
I've
Yeah.
I've
Actually
seen it. I'm
happens
just
in
saying.
Adventure
Like,
Time.
I'm just. You don't. I mean, you see it, but you don't. I mean, you don't literally feel it when you actually watch the show. But like when you think about it, it's like, what would that feel like? That'd be great.
I know.
If Amber was my suit, that'd be awesome. She's like so soft.
At least you
If
match
it was
hair.
Maxo, that'd be terrible.
At least you match hair.
Oh
It's
man.
terrible.
Right. Let's
Ginger from
Okay.
top to toe.
let's change. Let's change.
It would just kind of look like I hadn't shaved in a really long time.
Hey, look, it's Bigfoot.
He's not very big. He's only 5'6". What the fuck?
Hey, it's Bigfoot.
Medium foot.
How big's your foot?
Highly average foot.
Size 8.
Oh,
That's a very
man.
small foot.
Yeah.
Size 5
I
foot, 5'6".
It's
Oh.
baby Bigfoot. Is that better?
Google Gaga.
Right. Let's move on to second main. D.
Oh,
Second.
Well,
I got that one.
Yep.
but no, what was it? I played a little bit of Neverwinter with Sapphire, and I played a game called Gris. Which one do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Greece.
Grease?
Gris.
Grease lightning.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pronounced Gree,
Gris.
I believe, but
Um,
you know, who
Is
Oh,
it
knows?
it's pronounced great. We like to silence the
Did
consonant.
they forget the?
Yeah.
Did they forget the like the rest of the letters for Greer?
No, it's just GRIS. It's just Gree.
Yeah.
I believe it's produced by Ubisoft, who are not in the gaming industry's good books at the moment, but
And are also French.
Oui.
Basically,
Bivignon.
you're in a 2D platformer playing this female girl that can't speak.
girl. What?
There's
That's not
other types of girls.
There are other types of girls.
You can't assume genders anymore. Come on, man.
No, there's only. Assuming
Yep.
that you're playing a girl,
Female
I'm
girl.
saying it's a female girl. It's not. That's not assuming a gender. That's just saying that's a girl.
This is female girl. You're not allowed to say female girl.
If you don't know the person and you go up to them and go, "You're female," that's like me going up to you and going, "You're female."
You are female.
So anyway, yeah, female protagonist, as you were doing.
girl. Just
I am
by
a-
female girl. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, I've heard it's very arty. But
yeah, it's very arty. You start off with Will being white. Just all the colour just gets drained from it, and then each level you complete,
tugs on collar.
every time you complete a section of it, you get a colour back. So first time you get red, then you get green, then I've got blue back now. So you're basically trying to restore the world by.
What about black?
We don't talk about black.
Racist.
You're basically collecting constellations because all the stars fell out of the sky, and you've got to collect them back. Go running around the world collecting them and putting them back in the world.
Did the King of the Universe from the Katamari series come through here?
Oh, the King of all
Fucked up
cosmos.
all the stars, so he's just like,
well, they're all.
I guess I'll fix that.
Well, there is a bunch of like weird statues that are in pieces, so maybe there would have been some kind of statue goddess thing that would no one worshipped anymore, and it all broke.
No, right. Seriously, the other thing I know is that apparently some of the storyline does seem to be about the mental condition.
Well, she can't talk really. She does the sound for singing, but when she's got the stars with her, she can sort of sing.
Oh, it's Transistor.
Wasn't there that game about you play like a deaf guy?
Oh God! The Quiet Man. Good, great idea. Very, very poorly executed.
But yeah, you're basically running around and you got to figure out what the hell's going on. But you don't get given that. You're not exactly holding hands, if you know what I mean.
We're just getting some sound difficulties from D second there. Just a little bit of static stack. But
God damn it.
there we go. It seems to have fixed again.
I've just twiddled. Let me see if twiddled.
It's coming back.
It's back.
I believe
Wait,
you'll find
Ryan,
our
while we're
technical
having-
difficulties is
While we're having technical difficulties, just zoom in on Amber.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I'll remember that. Future me, think of that.
Just play the music, point at Amber's face, then come back.
Bossa Nova music, perfect. Oh, we got a mine. But yes, it is better. So if you please continue. So she's mute.
Pretty much. Silent protagonist, sort mostly. Well, and you're just basically running around the world trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So when you add red back in, it seems to add something in. When green came in, nature came in. When blue came in, rain came in. So there was no rain, there was no nothing at the beginning, and now we've got desert, nature, and rain. Red, blue, and green. So
kind of reminds me of a book called The Giver.
So every time a new color gets added, you get an achievement, and then it also introduces that type of set into the map. So and you also get a new ability each time you go through one. So so in the green section, I found a little thing that can make me heavy, and so when the wind blows in, I'm not getting blown away.
Blow me away.
Near the end of the blue, there was a boss, and it give you an extra jump, so I can now effectively double jump. And if I can find little red birds flying around, I can jump upwards, so I can end up in the sky.
I see. Just before we continue, I just want to make a very quick correction. Ubisoft was not involved in Gree. It was Devolver Digital, therefore they can do no wrong. We will move on.
Yep, it's quite nice art.
Hooray.
It's quite washy art, if I can say it.
So watercolorish.
Yeah, it's very watercolor.
Washy art.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not Disco Elysium watercolor, but it's
got a very subtle palette. It's not in your face. It's
no,
very watercolor.
Viscera Cleanup is a washy art project.
But yeah, it's very watercolor based. A lot of it, and there's obviously a storyline going on, but you have to kind of figure out what the hell's going on.
Oh, good, another one of those by interpretation ones.
Yeah, so one person going through it, you were like, wait, what? But yeah, it's basically, it looks like she's trying to restore the world color by color by finding the star constellations and solving the puzzles.
Okay. Fair dues.
And each color adds a new complexity. Because you get the previous mechanics plus the new mechanic that you can now magically do.
Yeah.
So you have to think about it a little bit more. Like,
Okie
Steph next or Carrie?
We'll go Steph next then. We'll seem to be going clockwise at the moment.
A few, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how it appears on the thing. So, Steph.
Yes.
Welcome to the real world. You're here now.
There's a real world?
You just shoved a red pill down his throat? You're not even gonna ask? Jesus Christ.
I didn't want the red pill.
Well, what game have you played?
The Jump Force.
Jump Force. Fighting games.
It's a fighting game where the only commands are jump and force.
I wish it was that easy.
It's the sequel to Dive Kick.
It's not Dive Kick.
Dive and kick.
Dive kick.
It's just jumping and shoving all over the place. It's like
it's like what I can gather, it's like a not Dynasty Warrior, a puzzle, a fighting game where you've got but it's cross multiple anime versus. Oh, sorry, Steph, you meant to explain.
For one, it's not across multiple anime versus. It's every anime's been brought into our world.
Oh, that seems to be the correct answer light that's going off in Steph's room.
Yeah. It's also the fact that I've just built straight to the top of the world using scaffolding.
Oh, you're playing Minecraft.
Don't look down.
It's not that I was looking down, I was looking up. That was the issue.
Don't look up.
Let there be light.
It's where the light comes from. The above lands. We live on the below lands.
So yeah, how is Jump Force?
I'm liking it. There is people in it that I have no idea who they are. I don't even know what show they're from. All I know it's a Greek anime from what I remember.
Greek anime.
That will be
it's like
Senya something.
They wear special armor which were given them to by Greek gods and
Saint Seiya.
Yeah, I think that's some of them.
We've got a Saint Seiya fighting game here. It made absolutely fuck all sense. So anime, obviously.
Yeah.
Saint Seiya.
There's Bleach in it, but it's gone a lot further than the Bleach anime ever has. So it's more in line with the manga.
Yeah, it's
we got it here. Hold on, we've got the franchises in here, and this includes DLC. There's Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Bleach, Naruto, Boruto.
Yes.
Yeah,
One Piece, City Hunter.
They really need to
Dragon
specify
Ball.
Boruto separately.
Is it real? Is it City Hunter, or do you mean Hunter x Hunter?
No, Hunter x Hunter is its own one, but City Hunter is another.
Okay, I don't know what.
Don't know what City Hunter is.
What's this? Rurouni Kenshin, Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai, Saint Seiya.
Dragon Quest, I knew, and I couldn't remember its name for the anime it was in, but I've never really watched it.
Then Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah.
JoJo's in there somewhere.
Is that a JoJo reference?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jotaro Kujo and Dio.
Dio?
Dio. Oh, and also, according to this list, to be announced DLC.
Oh yeah, there's loads of anime I think they could still put into it that would happily fit into it. They've got Death Note in it.
Desu Note.
because I've seen Light, and Light's walking around with
Ryu.
what's his name, Rio behind him, and when he first speaks to you, you're just staring at Rio like, what the fuck's that?
Oh dear. Sorry
But
to
you
disappoint you, but they are non-playable characters.
Yeah,
Two.
One sec. There's Rio.
That's
Upside
two.
down.
No, he's done that on purpose. That's
Hey.
not a finger.
But as they get it
All right,
put back
I'll-
up, there will inevitably be a 2.
I own the whole Death
meh.
Note manga.
It
series.
Light's up to something in
Sweet.
it. I don't know what he's up to yet. Because you first meet him, you can see the Shimigami. No one else can.
Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, that's the name of the notebook.
Ichigo and everyone from Bleach be able to figure that fucker out.
No one can see him but you. But while you're staring at him, Riku's like, Light, I think this person.
Riku from Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, I've said the wrong name. Leave me alone. I'm really bad
No.
with names, and you know I am.
Rukia?
The Shimigami sits there and
The
says,
Shin Megami.
And Duncan Romper turns up.
He's just sat there going, I think they can see me. And Light's like, no, they can't see you. It's fine. And it's like, are you sure? But to go and see Luffy.
One Piece.
And is it it was either Luffy or Goku. Couldn't see them, but could hear,
Perceived most
hear
likely.
them. And I think it was Luffy. It was Luffy.
Oh,
And
that'll be Luffy's law, won't it? Part of his Conqueror thing. He's got the same power
no
as
idea.
he has the same power as Golden Roger. He can hear basically everything.
I have no idea. Well, Luffy seemed to be able to hear him because he was like, who said that? And Light's like, no one said anything. And he's like, and then Light's like, at the end of the conversation, Light sits there and goes, I'm not sure if he's dense or if he's just playing on it.
But no, it's
no, the Shimigami's like, I'm not sure if he's bright or just dumb as a thing. And Light's just like, don't worry about it.
but yeah,
But it's like, out of all of them, Luffy's the one who can hear him.
it's to do with Luffy's law.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, in this game, it seems to have only gone up to a certain part of the anime. So far, in this one, Luffy's got up to the point where he's beaten. It's before he goes to Big Mama's, by the seams of it.
Oh,
By
so
the
Wow,
other-
Lawrence's house.
Zao
Yeah.
Kingdom? The Cat and Dog Kingdom?
Yeah, it's before he beat. It's after he beat.
Doflamingo.
Yeah, after he beat the Flamingo, before the end
Of
of.
Zao.
So
Okay.
it's based somewhere between there. Ichigo is based on the newer saga, which comes out sometime this year, I think, or late next or early next year.
Is it the Exceed?
I believe so.
Or I think it's called the Exceed or the Final Stand or whatever it's called.
Each show is set up to a different point. It's like Dragon Ball, that's in it, is set up before Super. So,
Hey.
so you have no gods.
No
Well,
Beerus.
if there is a god in it, I've not met them yet.
Well, there's no.
If there is a god, I haven't met them yet. Says
Yeah.
Stefan.
There's no Beerus. There's no Weiss.
Just
So-
just to think on that as well, just to
They'll probably
remember
be
as well
DLC.
that these fighting games generally, if it's going to be like a cross media thing, it's going to be an original story, just involving characters at that point.
Yeah.
But I think they probably will bring in Super at some point, because Super did come out before Boruto, and Boruto I think got added on a bit later into the game, because I believe the game came out before Boruto aired.
Yeah.
When did the game come out? It was released in
love Borutos.
Japan.
It might, but
In
then
fact, worldwide February 2019. So it's
Hmm.
only like a year and a half old.
yeah, but Boruto
Wow.
Boruto the anime isn't that old. A lot of it's going off the books. And I don't-
Anime burritos.
Did Super have anime?
What?
Regular Super.
I mean, manga.
Yeah,
Super
manga.
did Super have manga?
Yeah.
Super did the thing where they did the manga. They did it backwards. They did the anime and then the manga.
It's
Never
because
done.
that might be the reason why Super didn't get put into it there.
Because
It seems to have gone off a lot of manga.
Well, it is
like
shonen Jump.
Yeah,
Right?
Shonen
Or
Jump.
Jump Force, because Shonen Jump. So Shonen Jump is a manga production. So if it's anime exclusive, then Shonen Jump wouldn't have to do with that.
Yeah,
So I guess they would have to go off of the
manga.
mangoes.
Mangoes.
Which would explain for a lot of the characters.
Yeah,
But
I did.
there's like weird playable characters. Like you can play Yugi and Kaiba,
Yeah.
and they don't physically fight. All they do is sit there like this, with their hands with their dual disc like this.
What
And
do they?
it's-
Oh
and
my
you
god!
just
So
see
they
that,
basically like V in Devil May Cry 5. Then he doesn't actually fight, but what he does is he just sends his like spirit dog and spirit
no way.
bird at
Like
people.
They still
it's like
move.
Pokemon Trainer from the Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
No, they
Oh,
do
no.
more than Pokemon Trainer. Because Pokemon Trainer doesn't get the shit being heavy.
But yeah, he can move around and stuff. But it'll just summon. Yugi seems summon Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl.
His main character is Dark Magician. One of his abilities summons Dark Magician Girl.
And then Kaiba's Blue Eyes.
They both of them have an ability called Draw. I think they're both called Draw, where you can get swords of revealing light, or you can get they pull out a different spell card or a trap card that you can set off.
So it's a bit random.
It is. I don't think there is a random to it. I just don't think I know how to use it properly. Because there's times where you can activate an ability and use it like straight away. There's other times where you can activate the ability and charge it to make it stronger. So I think when you use the draw ability, you use it straight away. It does something a very quick, basic thing. But then there's also other techniques where you use your ability, your character just stands there, and what it's waiting for is that opponent to try hitting you while you're in that stance, and then it sets off your ability.
Yeah.
Sounds convoluted.
Yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics, so it gets convoluted quickly.
Oh, that's not just with that; that's with other characters as well.
It was like how you were using Kyuk or Kiliko, whatever his name is from Hunter x Hunter. Sometimes you cast this like God Step or whatever instantly, and other times it was more of it's just the way it moved. Instead of it being instant, it was a bit more slow, and
There's times I feel like the game slows down every now and then.
Yeah, you never actually mentioned to the point of the actual combat.
Are you talking like story wise? Are you talking like a performance issue? Like
No, I think it does it on purpose. I think it's trying to say it. It's like, you think of it, if you put Yugi against Goku in their full power forms, Yugi's not really going to be stood there after 2 seconds.
Nah, Mirror Force.
Because
I'm sorry, Mirror Force. While Yugi, can
you imagine if
there
Goku
with Kamiha up his butt?
Can you imagine if and Yugi just like Mirror Force and Goku just like no, and he just like explodes.
Ring of Destruction. Just attach around his wrist and blows up.
Yeah, because if Goku moves at insane freaking speeds, like
Bottomless trap hole. Just
Luffy's got his gear 4, hasn't he?
Yeah, but you think of it, out of every single anime, maybe Bleach, because they have the flash step thing, none of them are going to be able to outbeat Goku in speed.
Yeah,
Goku
well,
can instantly transmit himself from one planet to another, as long as he can sense someone's energy.
I mean, canonically, Goku's instant transmission is instant. Like, literally, the smallest increment of time that it takes for him to travel, for it to count as time, that is how much time it takes him to go anywhere.
But then you have to remember, in Super, even Weiss turns around and goes, "You'll be faster doing that," than Weiss taking them.
Yeah. And Weiss is a freaking...
And he's part God. He's an angel.
Yeah. Go Weiss.
Which I find a bit weird because I thought Vice might actually know every technique, to be honest.
Well, incorrect.
I love that minded incorrect, and then he's got that smug look like, nah.
But yeah, the thing
I
is
don't know. I can just seem to
I
pull
pulled
off
out
this
my
off as
trap card, and that is me done.
then you know for
Vice is,
the podcast, you'll just be able to see my eyebrows just go.
And your mouth, because your mouth went. Your mouth did a nice.
Yeah, but Weiss also won't give away secrets unless you give him like dessert or something. Something he likes.
You can.
The only way you can get favor with Weiss is to give him food.
Not really, because he's training Vegeta to become the next destroyer.
Just
We already know it. Vegeta, if Super continues, Vegeta is going to be the next destroyer for Universe 7.
Right, I think you two should probably go and get an anime podcast going at some point. But, let's get this train back on the road.
Sorry.
And is Terry still there?
But they have characters they still need to add on it. They need Weiss. They need the God of Destructions. They need the other universes.
Well, maybe. Yeah, they've probably got a 4-year plan. Probably get this into the Evo scene when Evo comes back after being cancelled because of sexual assault allegations and main publishers pulling out. And it's not been a good week still.
But like a smidgy bit of gaming news. Neverwinter's latest came out with a patch on the 30th with a new like DLC thing.
Okay.
Duncan looks like
what is the DLC?
It's now Neverwinter Avarice, so it's added a new name to it.
If Duncan's screen goes black for a second, he'll appear with like an amber-shaped mask in there, and he'll be like, "We are the dog people."
The camera will suddenly come off and then come back with a Doge mask. I'm actually surprised that's not being brought on. No,
He's like,
now Duncan's looking.
He's like, "Can I get it without moving amber?"
Right, so while Terry's still here.
Terrence, what have you been playing?
For the last week or so, I've been playing mostly Minecraft, a little bit of Magic the Gathering, but mostly real life stuff, which is boring as hell. But Minecraft, I've been playing with Danny and Stefan. We've been playing a sky block world on a random server called Solmic, I think. SOLUMIC.com.
Shit out of luck?
Yes, basically.
It's a vanilla.
It's
a vanilla mod.
It's a basic Minecraft, so you don't need any mods. The server is running all the mods for Skyblock and everything. And yeah, we've been playing this and a little bit of Magic the Gathering, which was talked about earlier. Just trying to unlock all the decks and stuff, getting ready for the tournament, which is currently undecided on what date we're starting.
I have one question for this tournament.
Yes.
Before I forget. Can we use constructed decks, or do we have to use the decks that are provided by the game?
Anything that is in the game you can use. Any cards you want, any combination.
Yeah, I feel like the point of playing MTG Arena is that you should be able to
learn
build
how to make your own decks.
You know, introduce yourself to the basics of deck building, or reintroduce yourself if you're an experienced player.
Brew history.
Well, won't the game also only have the standard legal?
Yes,
it has a list of list of things in there. You can go to what they call historic, but there is a list of sets that are available. I think it goes as far back as Martin, help. Where does it? You know where Arena goes as far back as?
He's probably sat there going, just Google it. Lazy fuck up Google.
He says no. If I'm going to say anything, probably something like Armand Kit.
I'm quite surprised.
That's the words I know what they mean.
I'll try and slowly pull up Google.
Okay, I am going to just Google it while we go. But Terry, if you keep going, I'll interject with
Yeah. So an answer to Stefan's question is there will be some rules to the tournaments once we actually get into deck building on tabletop. But as for
MTG.
MTG Arena. It is all about whatever you can come up with in the cards that are given to you in the game.
Because if you start going to the extended and start going to the extended realm and stuff, you just pull out a card that just breaks the game. Like, turn 1, done.
My feet
Yeah,
is
well,
such a
there's
nice
always a
rainbow
risk of that.
to it. All this redness and orangeness.
It's not redness, it's just orangeness. It's like I said, you're becoming wild.
Yeah, you're just in an orange pool. Duncan's in an orange
Snowed up.
cesspool.
Yeah, what we've
Robin
not
just
realised
snowed
is we've actually set Duncan up in an oven for the podcast.
You slowly.
It's getting hot in here.
Don't
Don't do it.
Don't do it, Duncan.
Me and Terry on the same line.
Duncan, if you're going to do it, just don't take your pants off. That's all I ask, just don't take your pants off.
Jesus.
Now he's sat there going, I won't do that, I'm busy. She can still hear us.
Oh dear. Yes, I think it is. It's the set Armand Ket, I believe, which was like one of the sort of
Almond kettle.
It was basically the thing that led up to this massive Nicol Bolas mega set.
Nickelback?
No, not Nickelback.
Just
Just
the
as
fucking
hated.
Nickelback set. It
Oh,
was
God.
definitely one of the more interesting expansions for Magic the Gathering.
No, I am just picturing Nicol Bolas as the band Nickelback.
No, I'll tell you, it would be kind of fun. Imagine if you had the
Remember
unglued
these
and
Look
unhinged.
at this dragon, yeah.
Imagine if you had the unglued and unhinged deck chucked in there for fun.
They wouldn't do that.
I know, because they were standalone decks.
Well, no, because they're not. Because they're trying to still keep themselves tournament legal, and the unsets are not tournament legal, and that's an emergency vehicle you might have heard.
Woo woo.
And Duncan, if it was a Nickelback version of Magic, it would have been, look at these Magic cards. They'd have just done to look at these photographs.
Exactly.
Yup.
Probably.
So anyway, while we're all confused,
Oh God, Duncan's like messing with his lighting.
Oh jeez.
Fire.
now he is
That's
cooking
going
with
to trouble.
gas.
Why is
Just
why
Photoshop like a
the
little fire, like
I just love
gift
the fact
over
you've
my
changed. Amber doesn't
my
seem to
feed.
have really changed much. Amber's like, this is my
Amber's
colour.
already on fire.
She's
Oh dear.
she's a foxtail thing. One of the 5 foxes.
Right, so yeah, at 50 odd
What
minutes.
you don't know is Duncan's actually got rubber bands on her tail to hide the other 8.
Over 8 what? Tails or dogs?
Tail.
The other 8 tails. He just puts them all in one.
9-tail fox.
That's why if you ever look at Amber's tail, you think it's dead big and bushy. It's not. It's because it's 9 tails all shoved into one.
What have you been playing anyway? Are we switching? Right.
Yeah, Ryan. What have you been playing?
The Messenger.
Don't shoot him.
No, shoot him.
Shooting with bullets.
Sticking on the Devolver Digital produced stuff, it's a action platformer from 2018 that's you play as a ninja who wants to save the world, who's a bit bored of just doing history lessons and shit.
Well, at least you didn't say the word I thought you were going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
I can't say it.
Okay then, fair enough.
Is it what I think you were going to say?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what you were thinking.
So
it has the same letters as Ginger.
Only
Bad man.
Yeah, bad man.
You know, I never noticed that before. It really never really occurred to me. But you're not wrong.
Have you heard of a comedian
You can't use that word. It's our word.
Have you heard of a comedian called Tim Minchin?
Yep, I heard that song before.
Would you like to mention him just quickly?
Oh, Jesus. Boo. Australian comedian, one of those musician comedians that it actually comes up in a song called Prejudice.
Yep.
He mentions those letters that make up that word, makes it sound like he's about to say
it's
it.
an anagram for ginger.
Yeah. As he does it. It's like, explains the letters and then goes into a nice little piano riff and then goes, only a ginger can call another ginger.
Just like how only a ninja can sneak up on
The
a
And
only
all
woman.
my kids are red, and they're also well read. It's a fucking homophone.
But, by the way, Terry, I'd like to also point out we're being outnumbered by gingers here, so
I don't know.
keep it on the down
Yeah.
low. I've already put
Did she
the
count?
ginger rants.
Yeah, you know what? Amber counts. I mean, there's the name
Here's
as
the
well.
number. You're a
Anyway,
real ginger.
Anyway, the
Yay.
Messenger action platformer. You run, jump, you hit stuff, you bounce all over the place. The character of the ninja, the messenger themselves, are very self-aware that they're in a video game.
Okay.
So the Deadpool thing, you will meet a shopkeeper who will grant you upgrades when you pass him, gems that you collect as you're playing. But the guy introduces himself, and there's just this long ass text box explaining what he is, what he's doing, why he's here, why you're there, and all the ninja character just says, "Sorry, can you say that a little slower? There was way too many words in that dialogue box." But yeah, you
That's like
go
Ty
on.
Thomas. Like, get into a tweet or I don't care.
Yeah,
Can you put that in a hashtag, please?
yeah, yeah. Too long, didn't read. But
The item throwback.
it's yeah, I like it. It's a platform that seems to be upgrading its cruelness factor as it's going to go along. It's going to get more difficult as you go. You can die in the game, but you get brought back by a little demon thing who's like, "I've brought you back. Now it just means you're not going to be able to collect any coins for your power ups until you've paid off your debt or until I get bored."
When he comes back, he's like, "Oh shit, that hurt."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the thing. The ninja goes, "Oh, well, what is the cost of me coming back from the death?" He said, "Well, you'll experience the pain you felt when you died. That's a given. But then you'll also do this." And he's like, "Wait, hold on. You'll take all my money from me." It's like, "Well, would you prefer to be dead?"
Yes.
And it's just like, "Yeah, thought so. Right, there's the deal." So,
Yes.
you.
I'd end that game very shortly. Yes, I'd prefer to be dead.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I continue my adventure in hell. Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
yeah. Game ends.
Got those bit. You got those. Get those.
What do you mean the game ends?
The game ends.
The game doesn't
you'd be
end.
dead.
I said no. It takes me to hell. I then have to escape hell. Do not have a debt anymore. So I just break out. Don't have that debt. Break out. Deliver my message. Done.
To be fair, do you know what the debt is? A couple of screens of him just like taking some of the coins. That's it.
It's him with a selfie and the demon.
Yeah. To be fair, he's just got a little like a notepad and stuff like that.
Oh.
But yeah, you're supposed to be taking this scroll from like level to level, because you're a messenger. You are literally taking a message from one end of the world to the other. The main hero of the game comes in, defeats a few demons, like severely injures the big bad boss of the game, and then he goes, "Well, I've got to do the hero stuff, so if you can just deliver this, that'd be great. Thanks, bye." Yeah, he's called the Western Hero, so he doesn't really have a name either. But yeah,
so he's Western. So in other words, he has a gun, a revolver, a
Why has
nice
he gotta be
cowboy
white?
hat.
No, just to more go in the fact that this looks like it's like set in like Eastern Japan or something like that. So by Western Hero, he's just from the west of Japan. So but yeah. Anyway, platforming fun, usual platforming fare. I'm gonna say this now: it's no Shovel Knight.
I just love the fact that Amber's in the background of Duncan's, and it's like you can tell she's not happy with the new arrangement because she's not on the bed.
No, she doesn't like it. No likey. Right, well, that's an hour, so that's what's been played, done. So there is one piece of news, and you may have to indulge me for a little bit of a rant. Just a thing.
Well, there we go.
So to go.
Hold on a minute, I just need to mute Ryan.
Yeah, I wouldn't mute Ryan.
Was that too?
I'm comfy. Go ahead.
What did Duncan say, by the way?
Talking about setting up the room because it's just.
Oh, sorry, my microphone was not on my face. Okay, I kept trying to adjust my settings to make my screen less aggressively orange. I just can't fix it. It's
You can't do that. Look at you. You
I think you
are
might have
like-
went
It's
into like
it's absorbing my
night
yellow
mode.
light, my orange
No,
shirt, my
what
orange
you don't know. What you don't know,
hair.
you drank too much Sunny D.
Orange skin. Donald
Oh
Trump.
my God, it's the Sunny D from earlier. I'm radioactive now. Taste the rainbow.
Well, there we go. Some levity in what will probably become a dark subject in around about 2.5 minutes. So,
Okay.
Fuck, one of these.
yeah. I think we may have talked about news that it was last year. The streamer Atika, was it? Am I pronouncing that name right?
Oh, I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
And his unfortunate death by suicide, I believe.
Oh,
That's an awkward silence of people probably going, "Who even the hell is
that's a
Atika?"
loud silence.
Yeah.
I don't know who this person is.
Well,
record.
guested on a few Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter streams from time to time back in the day.
Oh,
Hold on, I've just been asked to do something, but I love the fact that I've just been asked to do it in the middle of a game chat.
Okay.
Okay, you can continue doing whatever, but my
Yeah,
screen will
sorry,
be flashing.
I'm being lagged out by items on Minecraft.
Right.
I think his name is Etika. Like,
Etika.
I think
Well, yeah.
I
But
think
yeah.
that's closer.
Yeah, death by suicide last year. And you know, there was the talk about mental health in video game streaming and stuff like that, and everyone all jumped on and said, "Yeah, we should all do this," and everyone provided the numbers and all the business, and then it just disappeared, as it does, and it's come back again recently because of Thursday night. A Twitch streamer by the name of Reckful, real name Byron Bernstein, one of the founders of Twitch streaming. Until that day, I didn't know the guy, I'm afraid. Not in my sort of thing. I don't watch WoW streams. That's just how it works. But same sort of situation, announced that he had taken his own life, and basically the gaming world went, well, fuck. When it rains, it pours in the gaming industry. If it isn't abuse allegations and harassment, it's gamers taking their own lives and streamers. And I guess you'll have to sort of humour me for a minute on this. It's like I feel a lot more of this has come up because of COVID.
Yeah, because it's become a lot more of a thing, especially seeing that more people are kind of leaning towards it now, seeing that the support, a lot of support that was there before the corona has kind of gone.
Yeah, it's on hold or has gone completely
It's a whole
because
systemic issue because it's like not only
it's there, but not in the same.
That would help people with those dangerous mental states not act in the same way that they were. I'm sure. And plus, it's just the social aspect of it. Just like having a social circle is a big part of not losing your shit when you're depressed. Being stuck inside all day is probably not good for that. A lot of people, even people who don't normally suffer from chronic mental health problems, are having issues under COVID because of it. So yeah, it's been a big problem for a lot of people.
I mean, I'm gonna go personally on this. I think it's now started to go to the point where it has hit me, and now it's hit the, now that we're hitting, well, based on where you live in the world, for us, we're hitting this sort of trough in terms of the whole sort of virus situation. Now, if we look at America, it's spiking and never actually went down.
It's actually a peak.
Yeah.
No, they're back under full lockdown again.
Yeah, well, we got what's called local lockdowns, and that's apparently how our country's going to deal with it from now on. But we've also just had Super Saturday, where all the pubs are open, and did social distancing occur? Did it bollocks?
And then I expect it will go back into full lockdown soon.
Oh, I mean, we say that, but we can actually look at probably like the last month and a half, and it's also not done it either. So maybe they're right. Maybe it'll fuck up again in 2 weeks' time. Who knows?
I think England has more people with it that don't show symptoms than anything else. To be honest.
Asymptomatic, is it?
Yeah, asymptomatic.
You're close.
But yeah. So to sort of
we're doing good. We had not today, but on Canada Day,
Mm.
lowest we were under 100 reported cases.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, on a holiday, probably fewer people are even on the phone about that kind of thing. But even still, we got under 100 cases. Pretty good.
Yeah. No, it's a good it's a good thing on that. But if I was to describe the whole COVID thing, it would probably be, or if a word to describe COVID, it would be perspective. It's quite clear, when you have time to think, things are going to happen. We've seen protests take place, due to situations that have happened because people have got social media that they can do this stuff. I mean, it's happened beforehand, but with this whole virus situation, people have just decided, fuck it, we need to say something and we'll do it. We've had people coming out and speaking out about abuse and sexual assault and allegations that have come out, because at the end of the day, at this point, what better time is there? No one's able to go anywhere. You've basically got the attention of people. Go ahead and do it. There should be no point where, I guess at this point, people should not be afraid to be able to speak out, and that's what we've just been looking for. Of course, there are all the people who would look on the flip side and go, "Oh, you should have just kept that to yourself and reported it to the police and stuff like that." But if it's a real allegation and no one else is listening, people are going to speak. But then you've got the mental health side, and you've got people who, as Duncan mentioned, they're alone at that point. And sure, you can have these video calls and you can sort of, think that I'm in this social bubble and everything's fine, but maybe you're not fine, and there's going to be the way to sort of talk for this. But I think what has grinded my gears on this is not the actual story itself; it's stuff that led up to his death and social media discourse after the fact, because there's stuff that's pissed me the fuck off for this.
Okay.
Prior to his, he was showing signs that he was mentally not well. And he apparently, close to the end of his streaming situation, he was more open about depression and sort of mental health struggles that had gone on there, and the fact that his brother had taken his own life before, so it runs in the family. What had then sort of happened is he, on the night of his death, proposed to his ex-girlfriend, which is a sign in his own mind that he was not well. He knew he wasn't going to get the answer he wanted. Before she even responded, he died. What I fucking hate, and this sort of makes me embarrassed to be a fucking human being at this point, is there were two types of responses that were coming out. Twitch had announced, did their corporate RIP business. Riot talked about it and announced it because he had been banned from World of Warcraft for an incident that happened, and was obviously trying to find a new game to get things in. Part of that was League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics. And the response, and I don't care if it's a fucking joke or not, when you see, he's died, RIP, make sure to talk about mental health and all that, and you see the first response of people going, "Oh yeah, RIP, but can you fucking fix Volibear, please?" Or Twitch, Twitch making a report and going, "Oh yeah, RIP, but what about Dr. Disrespect?" Who fucking cares about Dr. Disrespect at this point? I don't even think the Doc cares about himself at the moment. And if you're doing that as a joke, it's not funny. And if you aren't, you're a twat. There's nothing else to say about it. You're not really bringing levity to the situation. You're not like making light of a bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, I do believe to an extent in the idea of that comedy is a effective coping mechanism for grief and tragedy, and if you can't laugh at yourself, then there's nothing to laugh at.
It's also time.
But there's a time and a place for it.
Yeah.
That's not the right time or place for that.
Oh, absolutely, and yeah,
It's the literal embodiment of the too soon joke. I mean, it's like it's
Too
like
soon?
too soon.
yeah.
But like for real, too soon.
Oh, absolutely. And then there's the other bit as well. And this has happened. Clips have appeared. Some were years ago, some were more recent. And I'd say this directly to anyone who's said this, to anyone who's went into any person's Twitch stream, especially to a person who has made it very open about their mental health and their struggles with depression. If you're telling them to kill themselves, there is a special fucking place in hell for the absolute moronic nature that is you. And to be honest, if you heard this, which, to be honest, no one really hears us, but, let's humour you and say that you do hear this. To be honest, you probably sat there and thinking, hey, look, I mentioned it, I fed the troll and that. Well, still, fuck you. Simple as. There is absolutely no situation where that happens, joking or otherwise.
Purely unacceptable.
Just, if you want a quick life hack, if you want more viewers, feature Amber's face in the thumbnail. I think it might help.
Yeah, well, I'll put Amber's face in there.
Or here, hold on. Let me give you a good shot of Max too. There.
Not as cute as Amber.
Hey, look, I've got plenty of footage in there, but yeah, like Terry said, it is completely unacceptable. Right, I personally, I'll say it. I've said stuff that I fucking regretted a lot of the time, but even I, I wouldn't even go as far as to tell someone to kill themselves, joking or otherwise, because let's be honest, you go to your stream, you go to the person who has felt that it is their job to entertain you, and you repay them by acting like a dick. Nah, get fucked. It's simple as. That's my personal opinion. It's not the opinion of everyone else on Immaterial Gamers, but
yeah,
or not necessarily the opinion of everyone else on Immaterial Gamers.
Pretty well-rounded statement.
Yeah. So,
yeah, your fellows.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, I'm not like I've always commented. We're not going to be in a situation where everything's all nice and sparkly yellow, and everyone's going to be able to hold hands and go,
kumbaya.
Kumbaya, yeah, and do all that.
Well,
but at least some fucking common. Yeah.
Mm.
However, if you are Donald Trump and you're sitting there basically telling people that on Independence Day of all days, the left is trying to ruin what made this country great in the first place. He can get fucked. But even him, I wouldn't tell him to, I wouldn't tell him to kill himself. No, he can go and feel the full face of the law.
Cut to my very visible eye flicker when you mentioned Donald Trump.
Yeah. Tugs on collar. But yeah, no, so I needed to get that off my chest. So thank you for all humouring me while I did that.
Well, yeah, I need to get something off my chest too. Actually, while we're on the situation of heavy.
Would it be a dog?
Would it be?
Yeah, Max he's a little heavy. He's about 35 pounds, and honestly, it's getting a little warm, a little hard to breathe. So I'm gonna get this off my chest.
Yeah,
that's so much better, guys. I feel a lot better.
Oh, good. So I think that's probably the case now. If it's ranty Ryan, you're probably not going to just see anything. But if it's serious Ryan, he takes the glasses off, just so you can actually see and not see a reflection of the monitor that's just going on while that's happening.
And this is what it means to go for even further beyond.
Okay.
It's like,
hey, look, color's back to normal.
Hey, Duncan,
color's back.
What's up? Yay!
Yeah. So before we finish, then I guess, unless anyone else has got anything else to say on that, because I know I took the floor a lot for that one.
It's complicated. There's a lot to.
I feel like we need an amendment for our
positive note or something.
Our closer, our usual closer.
Yeah, have we got any funny? Actually, I've got a funny one.
We always say, just like, for God's sake, Don't kill each other.
Yeah,
Like,
Jesus,
or
for God's sake, if you've got the ability to speak to someone, yeah, you know what? If there are people that you can speak to. I know if you have trouble saying it, and I know that there's the other one on that is like, no, a lot of the time you're alone in your own head and stuff like that. But geez, if there is the opportunity to speak to someone, get it off your chest. If you know, if anything, I mean, if there are people around who will listen, and you know they are there who can listen, and you can fight through everything else. I'm no fucking doctor. I'm just some random dick on the internet. But
you got one thing right in that sentence.
I'm some random dick on the internet. Yeah.
No, just a random guy on the internet. You're not really a dick.
Oh well, thanks.
I'm the dick.
If you're feeling down and you know what to do, just look at this. Right here.
Yeah, there we go. Dynamic zoom onto Amber.
The better thing is Amber sat there. She looks high as fuck.
She's just blazing it.
Could be. There's a lot of weed in the house. Disclaimer: don't actually feed your dog weed; they will die. Yeah. Oh God! Right now I've got to bring it back up again because that was the down moment. There was a very quick one actually. It was a couple of weeks ago. Oh. Hilarious Twitch lawsuit. Oh, if I can find it.
Is this the one that tried to sue the internet or something?
No, there's a guy who yeah. Here we go. Oh no, it's coming up from the Mirror. I don't go to this page a lot, but no, there is a man who is suing Twitch because female streamers on there are too sexy.
Oh, I've seen this.
Good lord,
my email's blinding me.
Steph, holy fuck! You're like, oh, it just turns into just white. Like every feature on your entire face would completely invisible. You're just like, woo. It's just a piece of paper. Oh God.
But yeah, here it is.
Become the Slenderman. Wait,
a lot of
he's the Slenderman except he's not slender. He's the
burn.
Oh, that's creepier.
Jesus.
That's creepy.
But yeah, here we go.
Don't use that as the thumbnail.
He's a. Oh, I am. Oh, I got to now.
Well,
actually, it kind of looks like you know those like pictures that people do sometimes where it's like it's supposed to be like someone's visage or someone's image, but it's like without like the specific certain details like no eyes or mouth or things like
God,
that.
yeah, just like, without some features.
That's kind of what that looked like.
But yeah, so here we are. Let's have a look. .esports, that's probably better. Let's have a look. Yeah, self-professed sex addict suing Twitch for $25 million for its overly suggestive and sexual content.
I know I'm sexy and all, but I don't Twitch that often, and I don't have that much money.
So it's a 55-page lawsuit filed by Eric Estevillo. Yeah, he includes images of numerous scantily clad female Twitch streamers, apparently. But yeah, he says he's a sex addict who suffers from depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, panic disorder, agoraphobia, and Crohn's disease. So he heavily relies on the internet for all his entertainment purposes.
Where the fuck does aquaphobia come into this?
Agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah.
Agoraphobia. That makes more sense.
Yes, here we are. So maybe a very small little game here. How many female streamers do you believe he follows on Twitch?
17.
100.
Oh, a lot higher.
Oh, this would be good over and under.
Yeah, over and under on that. Yeah, so what do you reckon? Over or under? I don't know. 250?
Probably over.
50.
It's going to be over that.
Yeah. 786 streamers, female streamers. How many male streamers do you think he follows on Twitch?
7.
Over or under on 7?
Over.
Under.
Under.
Over, just.
Duncan and Terry at that point, I guess. 0.
He follows. By the way, I've found a different thing. I didn't find the one what you found on the Mirror.
Yeah, but 786 female streamers and 0 male streamers.
Well, see, yours just gave you that number. Mine's gave me the number he follows over 800 women.
Oh, interesting. So yeah,
and then it then gives me an age range.
Oh yeah.
And the age range is 18 to 30.
But here's the other thing, though. It's not even just that, because apparently, according to other places like the Daily Mail, no one reads that. The Sun, New York Post. Here we go. He claims that these are so suggestive on there that he has nothing else to do. That he has no other choice than to masturbate to their streams. Therefore, has injured his penis as a result, and therefore that is Twitch's fault.
No.
It is going to get thrown out so quickly.
Oh,
he won't
wow.
even be able to go, no, don't ban me.
You do know he's not
Yeah.
just he's suing Twitch for this. You do know he sued Blizzard for this as well.
Yeah, apparently he's prolific for it.
After being banned from Overwatch.
Yes, because the characters are too overly suggestive that he has to wank out to them.
And previous lawsuits dating back to 2009 that had Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo in the shoot.
Yeah.
Princess Peach is pretty irresistible. I mean, come on.
Oh, I was watching a thing today. I was watching a YouTuber, and they were talking about flashlights.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And they went, "Have you seen the Princess Peach one?" They went, "What do you mean?"
It's the one where
it's like,
yeah.
Cut to my very visible eye flicker when Steph mentions flashlights.
Yeah, we got to be careful on a lot of them.
They turn around and just go like that. It's Mario turning around in the advert and going, "It feels like the real princess."
Yeah, I think this is a video that I definitely do have to maybe have to age gate for this one there, and on the YouTube playlist actually put as explicit.
You know, it actually kind of reminds me of this lawsuit. It kind of reminds me of I heard a thing in a news article. It's probably already gone by now, but some guy apparently tried to sue like the NFL or something for the suggestive halftime performances. I guess the girl. No, it was a specific celebrity. I can't even remember who it was, but it was some woman who was known for being provocative, I guess.
Yeah.
And he tried to sue either her or the NFL or the broadcaster or possibly all three at the same time for something like $4 trillion because he believed that that making him watch that's not a real thing, but let's just go with it, would because it would preclude him from entering heaven because it was so sinful. Therefore, the price for his mortal soul was $4 trillion or whatever number of trillions of dollars. It was trillion. That part I remember. I don't remember how many.
I wasn't laughing at that. I was reading another article about Twitch suspending Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, that happened.
What was that? 3?
Yep, 3.
Damn it.
4.
Didn't fall over. I caught it.
Damn, look at that.
But yes, Steph mentioned that as well. Yeah, Donald Trump and the White House banned off Twitch. In other news, Donald Trump has a Twitch account. No, apparently it was just they broadcast his rallies through Twitch, but it was removed for hateful content. So there's barely anything left for him to be on because even Twitter's decided to have enough of his shit.
That was Monday.
Twitter's starting to flag his shit. He's banned on Twitch.
Well, you think of it. Haven't all social media been told now everything has to be
fact checked?
So anything he says, they have to go. We can't put that on.
Yeah,
I did
like the fact
behind
that
it.
Well, he's
apart from he said it.
Well, he's like batting 1,000 and getting like 50.
12.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, that's probably closer.
But that actually led to another thing for Twitter. I know we're derailing before the end of the podcast, but I guess it's something to just get the thing in. It was just funny because of the whole like 5G mask conspiracy theory for COVID, that Twitter had immediately set something up that and you specifically said in this order, COVID 5G, it would immediately flag that tweet as a fact check. And so it was trending on Twitter because people were like, "Oh, does it work?" So they posted something. They posted something random, like, "Oh look, here's my peanut butter jelly sandwich, COVID 5G."
Here's
or
me
Corona
laying,
5G or something.
Here's me leaning back in my chair with a dog in my lap. COVID
Corona
5G.
5G. Yeah.
Mm.
I guess before we end up getting back on track and ending this at this point, did you know that back in 2009 when he did try to do the Blizzard lawsuit for World of Warcraft, he asked for particular people to testify on his behalf. Actress Winona Ryder,
Why?
and also and Depeche Mode's Martin Gore, because he reckoned the guitarist was an expert in feeling sad, melancholic, and alienated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just to also go, I guess we can do the over on this. And how many lawsuits do you reckon that he's done have been successful? Yeah, I'd say D's hit the mark right there.
Wait, what?
Not really much of an over-under, is it?
Yeah, well, over and under on 0. -4. But yeah, we'll let him do his lawsuits.
-4. He's actually been countersued 4 times successfully.
Yeah, Microsoft,
That's why
Sony, Nintendo,
that's why he keeps
Blizzard.
suing people. Is because he's trying to find ways to fund the lawsuits that he's lost in the past. He's like, shit, it's like he's playing the lottery. He's like, I'm gonna hit one of these eventually, and I'll be set. I'll be even.
Yeah. Right. Well, with that, we've got the happiness back up in the room. So yeah, we will wrap this podcast up.
Ryan,
Please and thank
yes,
you.
Steph.
if you ever make a time machine, you're gonna then have to make a time and space machine.
Okay then.
Mm.
That's a weird bit of advice.
Just letting you know.
I assume that's because I need to go back in time. I need to make sure the location I go back in time to is the same as the time scale that I want to.
No, because
yeah,
if you
'cause
travel back in time, your planet will be in a different space, and you'll just.
Yeah, no, that's what I.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
I didn't get that
'Cause
from what he was saying.
Yeah, because if you
You
travel
could
back
just
in time,
travel
even
1 year.
if you travel back in time, even like 1 second from now, like you'd be in the middle of space. Like planet Earth is fucking hauling it.
Yeah, you're just yeeting round the sun. Yeet.
Yeah, I mean it's like millions of miles an hour.
Yeah. So so we got that bit of advice, and yeah, like I say, we're wrapping this up. So if you like what you heard and saw, please do the like, share, subscribe thing. Check out the stuff in the description on the YouTube video. We are on audio services if you just want to listen to us. You don't, because the downloads aren't there. But
use the dogs.
Yeah,
use the dogs to our advantage.
Yeah, everyone likes
I'll
dogs.
pimp out my dogs for mascots. I don't care.
Oh, well, there we go. Hey, well, you've suggested it. That's perfect.
Now we have a video format.
Yeah,
easier
approved.
than ever.
Yeah, perfect.
I got Panda.
So based on that, I'd like to say thank you to Duncan, D, Steph, the voice of Terry.
I think.
Yeah, and remember to reach out for help.
Yes.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I give up.
Oh, don't give up.
All right, cool story, bro. No, that's what we were talking about the whole time. Don't give up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and for God's sake, don't kill each other, and don't kill yourself.
Yeah, please don't.
For help. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, boy.